Today's the launch conference for the European Year Against Poverty in Scotland. So there's been other events taking place throughout the UK. Today's Scotland's turn.
Attitudes to poverty are important. There's a lot of negative portrayal of people experiencing poverty. There's a lot of misunderstandings. If you're going to have public support for tackling poverty, then you have to have a public who believe that it's a problem worth addressing.
I think the media has a lot to answer, simply because in order to get circulation they tend to go for the spectacular, the exception, because that's a great story, without realising the vast number of people who just struggle along on their knees, sometimes literally, who, because of the media attitudes, are seen as being part of the problem.
We have a local paper, and in the front page every night it's doom and gloom, it's knife crime, it's drugs.
I'm a trainee social worker, and I vow to ask anybody if you've ever heard any good news about a social worker.
We all stereotype people, and you stereotype us. But it's up to you, when you see stories on the front page of your paper, do you ever phone them up and chat with them? And you need to make positive contact with journalists.
People are quite happy to have headline news about some benefit scrounger, and Posh Spice is headline news because she's got a £7,000 handbag, and people are not appalled by the fact that that is a story. Why is that not the story for the press, that footballers are earning so much money when other people are, like pensioners, are not earning enough to have a holiday?
We are kind of geared up to headline celebrity culture. I think one of the problems is that we tend to go for the highlight story. There's a lot of good work underlying done, and then this big bad story comes along about benefit scroungers and all that good work's taken away. I mean, that's the real problem, if you like, is it's the big sexy story that grabs people's attention invariably as a negative story.
I've been a pensioners campaigner for 22 years to try and get a better quality of life for older people. Because remember, all you young people in this place, it's us today and you tomorrow. If we don't get it right today, you'll never get it right.
How do we get the positive stories into the media? What are our strategies, what are our tactics, and how can we use this European year as a means of doing that?
I would say you need friends in the media, so don't push people away. And if I phone you up and say, can you get me somebody, like this wonderful woman in the front row, we need her to talk and we need her to be photographed. And, so often you phone people, organisations, and they say, well, I need to ask my line manager, my boss, my mother-in-law, everybody. And we don't have that sort of time. You should have a list of people you have asked already and checked out who will agree to do that.
I hope this launch is the first stepping stone to a whole bigger action that's going to take place, and I hope that instead of us all being fragmented, let's come together, let's be that one voice to be heard, because the more people that come together, the more action will be taken.